Do you know what a question tag is? It's actually a short clause at the end of the sentence that turns it into a question. But it's not really a question. It's actually used for confirming some information or asking for someone's agreement or disagreement. Today in this video, we will talk about question tag in all possible details. The format of the question tag is auxiliary verb followed by the subject and at the end a question mark. For example, it's raining right now, isn't it? It's raining right now, isn't it? Now let's take a look at a few rules that you need to remember while making question tags. The first rule is the question tag of a sentence will follow the same tense as that of the main verb of the sentence. Let's simplify that a little bit. That is, if the main verb in the sentence is in simple past or simple present tense, then the question tag will have do, does or did in it. For example, he likes eating, doesn't he? He likes eating, doesn't he? Or, I showed up, didn't I? I showed up, didn't I? Now one thing you need to remember here is that while forming a negative question tag, you add the not to the auxiliary. It's not does not it, it's actually doesn't it. Also you need to remember that the pronoun in the question tag must match the subject of the main verb in the sentence. That is, if the sentence is he likes swimming, then the question tag will be doesn't he. The next rule that question tags follow is that they always work in reverse. That is, if the sentence is a positive one, then the following question tag will be negative and vice versa. For example, if you say he likes swimming, the question tag will be doesn't he. But if you say he isn't here yet, then the question tag will be is he. Now, both the parts of the sentence being positive is actually not that common. It's sometimes used with certain tones of voice. It can actually sound aggressive or judgmental. For example, you think I'm a fool, do you? You think I'm a fool, do you? Or, so you smoke now, do you? So you smoke now, do you? Like I said before, this way of forming question tags is not really common and it's hardly ever used. Now let's move on to the last rule of forming question tags. That is, after a command or an instruction, a tag made with modals like can, could, will, shall and would makes it a bit more polite. For example, make a cup of tea, will you? Make a cup of tea, will you? Or, let's go see a movie, shall we? Let's go see a movie, shall we? Now, you're all familiar with the rules that you need to remember while forming a question tag. But like every rule, there are exceptions to these as well. We will learn these exceptions through example sentences. The first one is, I'm here, aren't I? I'm here, aren't I? Or, I'm late, aren't I? I'm late, aren't I? The next example is, let's go to the beach, shall we? Or, let's dance, shall we? Also, if there is a positive sentence with negative sense, it counts as an exception. For example, nobody recognized them, did they? Nobody recognized them, did they? Or, she could barely remember anything, could she? She could barely remember anything, could she? Now, both these sentences are positive sentences, but they have a negative intent, they have a negative sense. So, according to the rule, they should have negative question tags, but as they have negative sense, that's why we will use positive question tags with these. Now, let's take a look at a little bit extra about question tags, that is, intonation. It actually depends on the speaker's purpose. Now, it can be of two types. In the first scenario, let's say you are sure about something and you just want to confirm. This intention or this purpose is actually characterized by a falling voice. You know, your voice goes down. For example, he didn't come, did he? He didn't come, did he? Or, he was here, wasn't he? He was here, wasn't he? Now, in both these cases, the speaker is sure about the sentences and that's why it's characterized by falling voice because they just want to confirm if it's true. But the second scenario is when you are genuinely not aware of something and you genuinely want to check. Now, this purpose is characterized by a rising voice. You know, your voice goes up. For example, we're going out, aren't we? We're going out, aren't we? Or, he brought my dress, didn't he? He brought my dress, didn't he? So that was all about question tags, guys. I hope it was useful to you. I hope I could clear some of your doubts in this video. And if I did, then do give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.